This video is going to talk about using some of the map functionality that has been added in 5.7. There's a couple things that have changed. A lot of things are still the same from 5.6, and we'll go through and talk about all of those so you can get an idea of what some of the different options are for using the map in 5.7. So the first thing that we're going to talk about here is how you can actually view your vehicles on a map. So we're going to be able to go through and click on the drop down. I can select all my vehicles if necessary, or I can go through and maybe pick an individual vehicle. In this case, we'll select all. And it will then go through and show me on the map where all my vehicles are. I will also have a list here of all of the different vehicles provided, and I can either sort them by name or status, whether they're stopped or driving or idling. In this case, I'm going to make the screen a little bit easier to read. I'm going to collapse my menu on the far left hand side by clicking on this triangle, and that will go away. If I wanted to open that back up, I can always click on this kind of chevron here in the upper left corner. Again, that does the same thing. Now I can see a little bit more of what's going on with my vehicles. I'll notice that if I have vehicles that are confined to a really small area based on how far I'm zoomed out, it will just put a number in a box and then list all the vehicle names that are in this specific location. Keep in mind, most of these vehicles that you're looking at are showing you the serial number. That is what we have used as the vehicle name, but maybe to you that's a truck number or a driver name. I can highlight and identify if there's any vehicles out there that have any type of violation going on, whether I have an engine fault, an idle, a speeding event. If any vehicles are driving, I would see them as well. I can also go through and remove all of them if necessary, and maybe I want to select a specific vehicle. I can just click on them, and the map will automatically adjust to that location. So in this case, I can see exactly where this vehicle is located. I can see if there was an idling event that had an issue. I can also see exactly where the vehicle is at. So it just allows me the ability to understand what's going on. Again, great option for being able to see where things are quickly. If your vehicle is also driving, you're also going to be able to identify the rate of speed that they're traveling, as well as the posted speed limit, which would pop up. If you ever have to maybe refresh the device, whether it's driving down the road and you want to make sure you have the last ping visible on the map, you can go up and click the little refresh button here. This will go out and find that last ping that the device sent out and allow you to be able to see that on the map. The device will automatically update every 90 seconds for the vehicle's location, and that way it'll be really easy for you to see where the vehicle is, whether it's stopped or moving, whatever that might be. So let me go ahead and I'll remove the vehicle, and I'm going to go and actually move back to my US view here for just a moment. Now there's a lot of other features that are going to be available here with the mapping option. So if I move to the map drop down here, I can always clear the map. This will clear the map of any address options that I've maybe picked up or any vehicles that I have on there. It's a great way to remove anything I've selected. I can sort by different groups if necessary. I can go through and pick up anything I want there. The different view options. Maybe I want to set and save a specific view if necessary. I can go through and actually select something. So in this case, let's use Atlanta. And you'll notice the map will automatically snap to the Atlanta view. This is going to be really easy. If maybe I have all my vehicles in a really tight section, I can be able to set that view to be my preferred option or something in the future. So maybe if I zoom out here, maybe I want to make the southeast my view. I can actually go to map, go to view, and click save this view, and now I can label it. And I'll just go Southeast USA for this example. And I can hit save. And I will show you how to reference that in just a moment by then going in and having that addition here. Now in this case, I've actually got this set up down here below as Southeast USA. It's another option I can click on. So even if I go to the US option and I go back into my view and select, in this case, the Southeast, it will snap to that map every time. To set that as a default option, maybe I want this to be my view all the time in terms of every time I log in and I look at the map, I automatically want the map to snap to this view. I can go up to my user, click on options, and if I scroll down a little bit, you'll see Southeast USA is available. All I have to do is move this to the top, go up to the very top of this user option and hit save. It'll save I have this new setting, and I can go back to my map, and now every time I access my map, this will be the default option I can see. And I can validate that by going back into my views, and you'll see Southeast USA is at the top. If I ever want to remove that, I can go back into my options again, scroll down, click on this with the pencil icon where it says edit, and then all I have to do is click on remove. And now you'll see it's gone and US is back at the top. I can always adjust these if necessary depending on what I want to have. It's just important to remember to always save this option. Again, I can go back to the map, and now you'll see that's been removed. So different options there for being able to adjust the view. Moving on to map type, this is where I can move between Google Maps and OpenStreetMaps. OpenStreetMaps is going to be a really great way to go in and adjust maybe posted speed limits. OpenStreetMaps sometimes has a little bit more updated satellite views and posted speed limits. There is a separate video talking about OpenStreetMaps and how to use that. I won't dive into that here. I can pull up additional routes if necessary. Maybe I want to add a route straight from the map, so different options there. There will be another routing video that you can access as well that will give you some of that information. The next one here, talking about the legend, obviously showing and hiding zones, but another one you can pull is actually showing traffic. So let me type in an address here really quickly, and I can go through and just pull up an address here. So another nice part about this search feature is I can go in and pull up an address or a zone. In this case, you'll see the Strategic Telecom Solutions office here in about the west side of Las Vegas. I'm going to zoom out a little bit more, give you a nice view of the city here. And I'm going to go back to map and click on show traffic. And now I can automatically see all the traffic patterns that are showing up inside of the city. Now as I zoom out here, you'll notice I pick up traffic patterns for whatever my view is, whether I'm looking at some of the different freeways, you know, like I-15 moving down to California, or maybe I want to zoom into a little bit tighter area and look at some major congestion that's happening around some of the interchanges in the city. These update based on Google's map updates happen about every 10 to 15 minutes. So they're pretty accurate, and they really help you give an understanding of what traffic's doing at the time period that maybe you're pulling this for. Again, just going through map, show traffic, a really great option to be able to view that. And I can turn this off at any time, and now I have that turned off. From here you can go in and add zones, which we'll cover in a different video. It's a really great way to be able to go in and actually add one at a time some of the different zone options. You'll also notice my address here is still being listed as a flag that I typed in earlier. If I want to clear that, I can just go up to map, clear map, and that disappears. Trip history, this is where you're going to be able to go in and actually view vehicle information, see how they've traveled, look at that breadcrumb trail and any violations that have happened. That's also in another video that we have to dive into. As well as you can also go through and go find nearest. In this case, I'm looking at this view. I can look at every vehicle if necessary. I can also go back in and type in that address one more time and look and understand any vehicles to see how far away they are, either by distance here on the left or looking at how they're showing on the map on the right, giving me every vehicle that's out there and how far away they are from that location. You'll also notice it has sorted them by distance. A couple of different options there depending on what you want. So these are some really great options using the map. Some additional features there, being able to make some adjustments. When we get into the OSM map video, that's going to be another great place for you to identify how to change or update speed limits based on some of the roads that might be new in your area. Also keep in mind that if you ever have any questions, you can always reach out to our GeoTab support team through the live chat. This is a great place for you to be able to communicate with our team in either asking questions, receiving additional information. It's also a really great option for you to be able to go in and maybe communicate with your trainer. Maybe you want to set up an additional call for training on specific topics. Again, always an option here. Nice little button for you to be able to select and be able to have that direct communication back and forth.